Welcome back to the musings of an old Maverick. Welcome back to the archives of my life. Tell me something. Are you as voracious a reader as I am? Or at least, do you read books? You know, people who do. Some book or some series would have certainly influenced the way they think and therefore their own character. I'm sure it would have happened to you too. When I was young adolescent, I used to love reading books. Of course, Enid Blyton was one of those authors that literally stormed our lives. And I'm talking about way back in the late 60s and early 70s. And then there was Secret Seven. And then there was the Beagle Boys, I think, or was the Beagle Boys? I can't quite recall. And then we slowly graduated, to Ian Fleming, the James Bond creator, and James Hadley Chase. And there was one particular book of James Hadley Chase entitled The Vulture is a Patient Bird. That was one book that made a huge difference to the way I thought, my thinking process, so to speak, and the person that I was, and what I finally became after reading that book umpteen times. And I must tell you about this. The Vulture is a Patient Bird. The Vulture is a Patient Bird. Every time I would look at that title on the book, I would feel like a dawn. Vulture, dangerous bird. Gotta be a threat to everyone around me. Gotta put myself in the forefront. Everybody has to bow down in front of me because I'm the vulture, and a vulture is a patient bird. Most people who read the book would look at it like this, or would feel that stupid power that doesn't really exist. So when I read the book the first time, like every young boy, I was deeply influenced by this title more than what was inside it. And then when I finished reading this book, I asked myself, was that really what the thrill is all about? The Vulture is a Patient Bird? Is there something there? Is there something else in that book which I'm missing on? So I read it for the second time. I read it for the third time. I read it for the fourth time. And I kept reading it till I could understand what this title meant to the entire story by actually reading in between the lines. And I discovered, after umpteen times reading this book as a young boy, what that title actually meant in relation to all the characters that were there in this book. And it changed my entire way, my entire perception. It changed the way I thought of life, myself, everything around me. It actually changed my world for me. There were three things that I learned from this book, and that's what I want to share with you. What were the three things? Number one, patience. Patience is an amazing power out of many powers that the universe has instilled within us. Patience is an amazing power. Because patience is what is the gap between getting irritated about something and reacting to it. If there's no gap in between, your reaction could be very, very out of tune, out of focus, not worth that reaction. But patience is what makes you sit back and think, is it worth a reaction? Does it need to have the sort of reaction that I am planning, or can it be done in a more diplomatic, in a more gentle, in a more loving way? So patience gives you that space in time to think before you react. The second wonderful power that I discovered was resilience. When you're patient, you tend to feed your power of resilience. And resilience, what is resilience? It is a way how you handle your challenges and come out of them. Resilience is so critical for you to have within you for your entire life, because you are going to face challenges after challenges after challenges after challenges. I have faced so many of them in these 63, 64 years I've lived on planet Earth. But it has been my resilience which has survived me. It has been my resilience which has made me fight every challenge, face and fight every challenge, and be a winner. It is resilience that has brought that strength into me to handle my challenges. You'll also be going through phenomenal challenges in life. It is resilience that will pull you through. And the third most important power that I discovered was, and you'll be surprised, the power of silence. You know what? So here's the thing. People who talk too much, are not necessarily very intelligent. And they don't really keep learning new things. You know why? Because they talk so much, they keep on repeating what they know. But people who are silent, they listen. They are all ears. Every sense of their body is connected with the outer space around them. And let me tell you, when you sit in silence and you think, listen, analyze, the entire wisdom of the universe will flow right through you. That is the power of silence. Now imagine this. When you combine the power of patience, the power of resilience, and the power of silence, what an amazing human being you become. Do I need to define that in more depth? No. Just these three powers can create an awe-inspiring and an iconic and amazing you. This is what I learned, and this is what I discovered. I have worked years and years and years on these three powers that the universe has instilled in me. And this has been an amazing journey that I've taken in life, just based on these three powers. It worked amazing for me. And if you give it a little bit of thought, let me tell you, it'll also work amazingly for you. Well, if it worked for me, I don't see any reason why it can't work for you. So here you are. This is Anand Nair, signing off once again, to be with you very, very soon with another episode of Musings of an Old Maverick. And if you've liked what you just saw, then please share this video with people and help them to get empowered too. Help them to discover these three important powers. So you take care. Till we meet again. Ciao for now.